Hey everyone, Ben from Snowboard Gamer. Welcome to episode 48 of This Week in Board Games. In this weekly show, I share with you all the games we played last week and do a spotlight on one of them, go over any interesting board game news, and show any new purchases. If you're new here, none of my content is sponsored, which allows us to play whatever we want and share our unbiased opinion with you about it. I also host monthly board game giveaways, so if you like board games as much as I do, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any content. In this episode, I'll be doing a spotlight on the game Secret Hitler. I've talked a lot about this on my channel, but I've never done an official spotlight. This is our most played game of last year, and this year so far is our most played game as well. In addition to showing you all the games we played this week, I've got a little vlog of our trip back from Austin, so stick around for that at the end of the episode. Secret Hitler is for 5 to 10 players, ages 17 and up, and plays in 45 minutes. I would rate it 13 and up though. We play with teenagers all the time, it's totally fine. I think it's because of the controversial Hitler theme to the game. Secret Hitler is a pre-World War II themed game in Germany where a liberal government is trying to keep it together and prevent the fascists from taking over and installing Hitler as their leader. The game is played through a series of government elections where players are voted into power. The elected government then implements either fascist or liberal policies in an effort to further their agenda and win the game. In Secret Hitler, the liberals have the majority in people, but the fascists have the majority in policy tiles. At the beginning of the game, each player is dealt a secret role and is either a member of the liberal or fascist team. One player is Secret Hitler, who is also a member of the fascist team. Once everyone has looked at their secret role card, everyone closes their eyes and puts their fist out. The regular fascists who are not Secret Hitler open their eyes to see who the other fascists are. Hitler keeps his eyes closed, but makes a thumbs up so the other fascists know who Hitler is. Hitler puts his thumb down and the regular fascists close their eyes. Everyone then opens their eyes and play begins by selecting the first president at random. The president nominates another player at the table to be chancellor. After some discussion, the president calls for the vote. Each player has a yes or no voting card. If the majority of the table votes yes, then the president and chancellor are voted into power and will implement a policy together. The president draws the top 3 policy tiles from the policy deck, secretly discards 1 and passes 2 to the chancellor. The chancellor looks at the 2 policy tiles, secretly discards 1 and then implements either a fascist or liberal policy. Then the table talks about what happened. Players can tell the truth or lie about the tiles they drew or what they discarded. The president continues clockwise around the table each round. As fascist tiles are implemented, the government becomes stronger. Whoever is president when a fascist tile goes into play can gain a one-time power. These powers range from investigating someone's party membership to choosing a one-time president in a special election and eliminating a player by killing them. When a player is killed, they are out of the game. The game ends in one of 4 ways. 1. 5 liberal policies are implemented and the liberals win. 2. If 6 fascist policies are implemented, the fascists win. 3. After 3 fascist policies have been implemented, if Hitler is elected chancellor, the fascists instantly win. Or 4. Hitler is killed, in which case the game is over instantly and the liberals win. I've got my friend Billy on today. Thanks for joining me today, Billy.
Absolutely, it's great to be here.
So we're talking about Secret Hitler, and I thought it would be appropriate to bring Billy on because he played it for the first time last night. And I've played it over 100 times, so we're going to have kind of both perspectives of a longtime seasoned Secret Hitler player and a newbie. First impressions, what did you think, Billy?
It was a fun game. We had Ben and Allison and their kids and a couple of friends. My wife and I played. We've never played before. It was hilarious trying to figure out how to lie, how to blame other people, how to misdirect. It was a great game, man.
We played with a player count of 8 and 7 last night. 7 is my favorite player count. Every single person at the table is involved. When you get up to 10, people can easily get left out if they're at the end of the rotation and they're never president and no one puts them in. So what else did you like about the game?
It was fast. The game was easy to pick up. I think we spent 2 or 3 minutes talking about the rules, and after that, we just jumped right in. It was pretty funny. My wife made a very funny move. She was not a fascist. She was a liberal. The first couple of cards that she got, she actually lied about what she got, so everybody blamed her. Everybody thought that she was a fascist. It was really funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
She didn't know what she was doing, but I gotta say, man, this game, one of my favorite things is, I didn't know their kids' friends very well, but man, we were cracking up and joking, and it was
just brought everyone together, right?
It did, absolutely, and and even somebody who was really quiet was really was able to come out of their shell.
And that's one thing about this game is it's a party game. It's for large player counts, large groups of people. If we're going to talk about maybe some of the critiques of the game, I would say if you want a deeply strategic game, this is probably not the game for you. This is a social game. Any critiques you have, Billy?
If there was somebody that had really tender feelings, I don't know. They didn't like getting yelled at very much. I mean, not everybody likes getting yelled at, but they can't. But they can't take a joke. They can't, and they can't separate fun from not fun, I guess. Not a good idea. They probably won't be able to handle being called a fascist because. Yeah, I mean, seriously, who likes getting called a fascist?
Right. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right on that. And one thing we always say when we start a new Secret Hitler game is every game stands alone. And it's kind of the running joke here because you cannot hold feelings from one game to the next. You just can't. And if you have a hard time or hold grudges, then this game is going to get under people's skin.
Poker face. You got to have a poker face because... the first time that I was a fascist, man, I was trying really hard not to smile when I was Dr. Evil. It was really hard to try to really be convincing. It's definitely a fun game, and one of the things I really did enjoy. He's played it 100 times. I think we played 3 games last night.
Yeah,
and by the second game, it's like we were just fit right in. It was a very quick learning curve. Mm-hmm. And apparently, it's a very easy game to play a bunch of times.
Yeah, this is a good one in our most played game of last year. Jumping back to some of the positives of the game, I love that there's one-on-one conflict in the game where somebody says, I passed you one of each and he played a fascist or she played a fascist. And then the other person is like, no, you didn't. You passed me 2 fascists. And now the rest of the table doesn't know who to believe.
Yeah.
A lot of these social games like the Resistance, there's one of 3 people that could have been the traitor, or one of 4 people, and you're not sure who's who. This one is a direct one-on-one conflict, and that's just really fun.
And especially for people that can't separate one game from the next, because maybe Ben was Hitler last time, but now he's just a poor liberal.
Right? So one final critique of the game is the components are good in some aspects. The boards are awesome with the foil inlays. The cards that they came with need to be sleeved, 100%. Because you can get one little scratch on the back and then you can tell whether someone is liberal or fascist. And you might say, oh, well, it comes with these little cardboard sleeves that you're supposed to put one of each of these in. Those things got shredded to pieces and they got marks on the back of them even easier. So we ended up sleeving all the party membership rolls in orange and the secret rolls in black. And then we don't use all of these, we just use one of each. So if someone investigates someone else, then we just pass them one of each of these and then they look at what you actually are and then we just shuffle them and put them back in the middle of the table. That seems to work a lot better than the little cardboard envelopes that they came with. What do you think, Billy? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Thumbs up, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me today and I hope you guys try Secret Hitler if you haven't yet. The next game we played is Werebeasts. This is a game we've been playing a lot of lately. It's for 3 to 10 players ages 8 and up and plays in 15 minutes. I did a spotlight on Werebeasts in episode 46, so go check that out if you want to see how it plays, as well as a little mini review on Werebeasts. I'm also currently giving away a copy of this, so go check that out if you didn't enter the giveaway. It ends on the 27th next Wednesday. The next game we played is Sons of Anarchy, Men of Mayhem. This is for 3 to 4 players, ages 13 and up, and plays in 90 minutes. Sons of Anarchy is based on the TV show. We're at my brother's house, and my nephew is teaching us Sons of Anarchy. What do you like about the game?
Well, it's from my favorite show, so.
It's very chaotic.
Yeah,
and there's like very few rules. You can just do whatever, pretty much.
It's kind of like Anarchy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
In Sons of Anarchy, everyone's attempting to control different sites on the board by putting the members of their motorcycle gang on the sites. So it's kind of half area control, half worker placement, which is really interesting combo. I've never seen that before. You're trying to control money, guns, and contraband. So you put your workers on one of the sites. On your next turn, as long as no one else is on the site, you get to take the action there. So that's how it's kind of worker placement. But it's area control because if someone else wants that spot, they can move their gang into that spot and then a battle ensues. And you battle each other out and you can use your guns to shoot at each other or not. And then whoever loses is run off and the other person now claims that spot. I'll be honest, I did not like this game. It's called Sons of Anarchy and the game really was totally chaotic. And the rules allow for people to team up. In fact, it's all about making and breaking alliances. And so if two people get mad at one another, they can totally team up with other people to try and get back at each other. I guess it's true to motorcycle gangs and the TV show Sons of Anarchy. I prefer a game where I have more control over what I'm doing, or team-based games where the rules don't allow for backstabbing quite so much. If you like Sons of Anarchy TV show, area control, and worker placement, you'll probably like the game. I just didn't like it. The next game we played is Coup. This game is for 2 to 6 players ages 13 and up and plays in 15 minutes. This game is made by the same company that made The Resistance, which is the game that we played a lot until it was replaced by Secret Hitler. In Coup, it's an individual game instead of team-based, and every person controls 2 people on the high courts of the government, and they're represented by 2 cards face down in front of you. You go throughout the game taking different actions, and people can call you out on what cards you have based on the actions that you take. It's kind of a bluffing game. It's great for playing at a restaurant while you're waiting for your food or at a bar. We really enjoy Coup. The next game we played is One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Now, this game is based on the old game Mafia. It's a revised version that has no moderator, no player elimination, and is done in one night, meaning everyone closes their eyes once. And the various people open their eyes throughout the game, depending on what role they have. Roles can be switched around, and then you try and figure out who the werewolf is. It's for 3 to 10 players, ages 8 and up, and plays in literally 10 minutes. I played it once before, and didn't really like it that much the first time I played it. I haven't played it in probably a year and a half. Travis and Kinsey's friends brought it and played it with us. We played it a few times. Everyone keeps raving about how good this game is, and I just don't get it. So if you love this game, please put in the comments below why you love it. I'm willing to give it another chance. Maybe I just haven't played it enough, but I've played it 4 or 5 times now, and I still have not gotten hooked on this game like a lot of other people have. Tell me why you like it. And now for our little mini vlog of us traveling back from Austin. Hope you enjoy it. We are hanging out in the lobby of the Courtyard Marriott. Jay and Allie, Travis and Kinsey's friends, are teaching us One Night Ultimate Werewolf. What are you? A were-kit.
2. Double Capone.
2 and a zombie.
2 and a were-pound.
We just taught Travis and Kinsey's best friends from Austin werebeasts, and I won. Father's Day gift and an unboxing.
Unboxing? What? So it's a board game? A shirt? Yay! Star Wars. Basket head. I've had my eye on this one. Dude. No way. Did I make it?
Yeah.
There, yeah, right there.
Ow.
Yay!
So, what are the rules for this game?
I have no idea.
It didn't come with any rules. I'm still ow! I'm still trying to figure out what this thing is for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you made it. Are you going for like a headshot?
I'm just hitting you in the face. Wait, hold on. You ready?
Oh my gosh! Ow!
I didn't even mean to touch it. I was gonna pretend to touch it.
It broke. Oh no!
Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on.
We're
We got
crisis.
repair shop here. It is Kinsey's birthday today. Happy birthday! 14, big 14. We're at Royal Gorge, and what are we gonna do here today, Kinsey?
So we're gonna walk across this bridge, and then we're gonna go on a zip line and a gondola ride. So
That'll be fun.
you'll see clips of that.
We're here at Royal Gorge. This is the highest suspension bridge in the United States, over 950 feet above the waters of the Arkansas River. It is 1,200 something feet long, about a quarter of a mile. You can fit the Empire State Building underneath it with room for a flagpole on top of it. Now waiting in line for the gondola to ride it across the gorge. We are in line for the zip line. You ready, Allison?
No, I'm so scared.
You excited, Kinsey?
Yes.
What about you, Brooke?
I'm scared, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I'll video on the other side as you guys come across.
That was really fun.
Is it scary?
No,
No.
it wasn't
No?
bad.
I practiced my breathing I learned in Lamaze class. At first, I was just like breathing really like slow and deep, and I was like, this is really fun. But then if you look there, there's like kind of this ridge, and then it's like 5 times higher off the ground. And as soon as I hit that point, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm trembling. I don't even know if I had fun or not. I think it was fun, but I'm not gonna do it again. How is that zip line?
That was way scarier than I thought it would be. And I'm not usually scared of zip lines. I love them. But there was a point in time where I looked down and I kept thinking, if this thing falls, I'm dead. It was pretty scary. Now for the news. This last week was the Origin Board Game Fair. They announced their own Board Game of the Year awards at Origins. Now this is not the German, the Kinderspiel, the Spiel des Jahres, but still these are interesting. So the Board Game of the Year at Origins went to Gloomhaven. Travis and I have been playing through the campaign. It's kind of like Zelda in board game form. I enjoy it. The card game of the year went to Ex Libris, which I have not played, but I've heard good things about. And the family game of the year went to Azul, which was also nominated for the Spiel des Jahres award. The Spiel des Jahres and the Kennerspiel des Jahres have not been announced yet, and those will come out in the next few weeks. The Kinderspiel des Jahres, which is the children's board game of the year, was recently announced. Last year, Ice Cool won this game, and this year it went to a game called Funkel Schatz. It means dragon breath in English. I'd like to try it. I really enjoyed last year's winner, Ice Cool, so hopefully this one is good as well. One more announcement, I'm going to be in Las Vegas the week of July 4th. And anyone who's interested in meeting up and playing some board games, I'll be at the Meepleville Board Game Cafe Tuesday, July 3rd in the afternoon and pretty much all evening, I'm guessing. Check my Facebook and Instagram for Snowboard Gamer for exact time, details, and location. I'll be posting those over the next couple of weeks as we get closer to that. I don't have any new purchases this week, so let's call it a wrap at This Week in Board Games. What games are you playing? I'd love to hear in the comments below. Thanks for subscribing, everyone, and following along. I will see you next week. Bye.